This is former chief of U.S. Border Patrol and retired ICE Director Ron Vitello. Ron, thanks for joining me this morning. Appreciate it.
Good morning, Markie. Thanks for having me.
I just wanted to start off by taking your temperature. You know, we've known about a second Trump term now for just over 24 hours. What has internal reaction to his win sounded like amongst Border Patrol, both past and present?
Well, I think you just talked about it. The morale's going to go way up. We're going to have a commander-in-chief that's going to give the front line of DHS and Border Patrol agents the tools that they need to solve our problems on the southwest border. And you're going to have a commander-in-chief, someone who sits in the White House that knows what they do, is enthusiastic about protecting the border, protecting them, and protecting America. And so, yeah, they're very excited about it, and I'm sure they're looking forward to doing the hard work that it's going to take to get us from where we are to a secure border and safe streets in the United States.
What about conversely? Any idea how migrants are feeling about this win and what it means for them?
Well, when he was elected last time before he took office, there was a sharp drop in illegal crossings across the southwest border. And most of the time that he was president, we had 45-year lows in activity on the southwest border. This is a market. Think of it as a market. These people respond to incentives. The incentives under the Biden-Harris administration were releases into the United States. Under Trump, those releases ended, and the migrant population will know that that's part of the future with a new president in the Oval Office.
Are you expecting a surge before January 20th, before Trump takes over the Oval Office again?
That's quite likely. That people know, like, again, this is a market. The cartels are going to respond by fooling people or telling them that there's some availability of benefits now that will end when Trump takes office. And so smugglers will take advantage of that. People will be corrupted into, getting into the pipeline. And yeah, there's possibility of a surge before he takes office on January 20th.
Our correspondent Xavier Walton was just live down in Texas. I know you heard his report, talking about everything that Trump has promised, how he's going to make good on those promises. One of the biggest things has been mass deportations, right? I'm just curious from your perspective. It seems like that's easier said than done. How realistic is it, to bring that to fruition when hundreds of thousands of them, if not more, have been lost in the American fold at this point?
Well, there's millions of people who have come into the United States, crossed the border illegally, and now are present amongst us. 70,000 people from China. We know about this terrible gang from Venezuela that's all over the country, wreaking havoc in cities and towns all over America. So something has to be done to correct that problem. And having to find those people, arrest them, and put them on a path for removal is difficult work. It's an operation that will require lots of hands and feet to make it successful. But it also needs to be done. We are taking way too much risk with the thousands and millions of people who have come to the United States. We have very little knowledge about why they're here and what they're capable of on the criminal side, on the terrorism side. Human trafficking is off the charts in the United States. We've got 300,000+ children who were led into the country and released into the United States, and our own government doesn't know where they are. They're at great risk as well.
Just a few seconds left. What do you hope to see on day one from President Trump?
Well, the enthusiasm. Give the front line the tools they need to solve this problem. He did it before, and so I'm looking forward to that happening right away.
We know behind economy, immigration was the second biggest issue that motivated people to the polls this time around. Ron Vitello, thank you so much for joining me on such a big week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.